Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and today's review will be on the movie here behind me. We have Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt, Aidan Quinn, and Anthony Hopkins. This is a second time watch for me. The first time I saw it, I was young because it was like a movie we rented as a family or a movie that somehow we owned. I just remember us watching this and actually liking it. I remember watching this, and I also remember watching the movie A River Runs Through It. And the funny thing is, I think both of those have Brad Pitt as the same kind of person. The free spirit, doing whatever he wants kind of deal. Anyways, little quick summary into this is so Father Ludlow ends up coming back from the war and really doesn't like the government much, and as his sons get older, they all end up wanting to join the military. Three of them leave, two of them come back. The one that does not come back has a fiance who is stricken with grief and starts to fall for one of them, and then bad blood between the brothers that both fall in love with her and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get right down to it. The first thing about this movie that I thought was fantastic was the cinematography. As well, the score was really good. James Horner was the one that did the score. He's done stuff like Braveheart and others. I base all the stuff he ever does, like, I kind of go off of the music that he did in Braveheart. It was really good. The score in that was fantastic. You can totally hear the similarities in this as you do in Braveheart. He has a very set style and he really sticks with it, and I actually really like it. It's very like almost Scottish style music, like bagpipes and stuff like that, and I freaking love that stuff. I don't know if that's Scottish, but anyways, the scenery shots, the freaking shots you get in this movie are fantastic. That was one of the best things about this movie for me, like the sunsets, the sunrise, all that stuff, man. That was great. Brad Pitt did a really good job. Aidan Quinn did a good job. Anthony Hopkins was fantastic. Like, he killed it. The only part that I really didn't like was the early on of him, like, not being able to talk and losing the ability to talk because he had like strokes and all that. Early on, I was like, this is kind of corny. And as it went on, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. Um, One Stab was my favorite. I loved how they totally just had him as like a part of the family. Like, he was making decisions and shit. I love that. That was great. And the revenge scene in this was pretty kick-ass. It really was. Like, it did really well. Like, I enjoyed it. The things I didn't like I said, was the poor acting, not acting, but the poor part as far as when Father Ludlow has the stroke. The other thing I really didn't care for was how they were really drooling over Brad Pitt with the camera. Like, I understand you wanted the pretty boy, the daredevil, does anything, gets away with it and all that stuff. But man, like, you guys are literally just frolicking over him and the camera, and like, it's a bit much for me. But I will say this, he did do a good job. Like, he did a pretty good job. And it's funny, like, my interesting fact kind of talks about who else was also cast to play his part, which, another pretty boy. Huh, go figure. But yeah, anyways, the one other thing I do want to mention is, so there is for me, as I was watching this, I was like, wow, there's a real similarity with Susanna and Elaine from Seinfeld. I really feel it, and it's kind of funny, and it's kind of creeping me out. But yeah, so director in this, we have Edward, is it Edward? Yeah, Edward Zwick, who also has done stuff such as The Last Samurai. He's also done Blood Diamond, which I have not seen, and he also did The Siege. I've seen The Siege, I enjoyed it. I freaking love The Last Samurai. Like, I really like that movie a lot. I thought that's one of my more favorite Tom Cruise roles. IMDb gave this a 7.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 54%. Dog Bones gave it a 2.5 or a 2 out of 4. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I more liked it than I less liked it. I think at a younger age, I think I somehow liked this movie more. But now that I kind of realize as I got older and more mature, I kind of realized the more stuff that I did not like, and that's why the grade took a fall. But still, it's still a pretty enjoyable movie, even though it is crazy how emotional and just how much death they really throw in this movie. And there was definitely some emotional scenes for me, even though it was more like a melodramatic. It still was pretty crazy. Box office of 160.6 million on a budget of 30, so it made 130.6 million, which is not bad money for this kind of movie back in 1995. So my interesting facts are: one, Johnny Depp was considered for the role of Tristan, and he ended up turning it down. As I said, another pretty boy. The movie took 17 years to get on screen. 17 years. I know there's other movies that have probably taken longer than that, but to me that's kind of crazy. So this movie would have been, let's see, 85, 75, 78. 1978 would have been 17 years earlier. So wow, that's it probably did better being that it came out in the 90s than it would have in the 70s, but who knows? But yes, anyways, up next we'll be watching the movie here behind it, which is a little. Oh, let me get that. There you go. The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. I've never seen this movie, but I'm going back to my Marvel watch through, and this is the next one up, so this will be next up. I've already started about halfway through. Before I let you guys go, I don't know if you've noticed behind me, but right here I have the Predator. Above him I have, I believe, the bad guy from the Jackie Chan animated show. Right here I have the Joker. A little bit below him I have Screwhead from The Tick. Let's see, I'm pretty sure there's a few others as well that are kind of moved around up here, but my buddy gave me this, the Delorean, so this will be making its way up here sometime. I just don't have the room right now. But up above Rick and Morty's dog, right up here, 1968 Mercury Cougar. I had to snag that because that is one of my favorite cars of all time. I believe that's the same car that they had in The Matrix Reloaded. When Morpheus falls on the car, I'm pretty sure it was a 68 or a 69. I'm not sure which one, but it was one or the other. Anyways, that's it for today. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe. Also, thank you for all my new subscribers. I believe I've got at least 5 since I did my last review. So you guys, man, this is awesome. I love it. This is great. Thank you. Tell your friends. And as I always say, man, if there's ever a movie that you guys are like, you should watch this and tell me what you think of this, send me a message on there, man. Let me know what's up. I'm always up for reviews. I have hundreds of movies that are lined up to be watching, and they're all different kinds of movies. But if I have the movie, I'll look it up, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'll look and see if it's on one of these streaming services. So let me know. All right, like and subscribe. You guys have a good day. Check out my Letterboxd and my eBay. All right, I'm out.